Peace, love, and light. This is just another tarot vlog of what's going on with me. I was writing in my book, having a conversation with Yahweh, and I can see I'm sick, that I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm going to continue on. I was writing in my book, having a conversation with Yahweh, and we were both happy that me and him wanted the same things. He was joyous, I was happy, but I was still feeling this sad energy. And then I felt this to come and do this tarot reading so that way I could confirm within myself and rebuild up my validation, trust, and assurance issues. And then also I was just getting so many downloads upon these two cards that came out that I wanted to just go ahead and vlog it out so that way I can get them out when they come in and I could remember them as well. This is a great trust way. This is a great way to build up that trust and validation and assurance thing that is coming in without me having to second guess and go over it a bunch and a bunch and a bunch. And it's me having to second guess so many times that I was pained by inside of my PTSD experience, the experience that I have PTSD from, that has me not so sure about my reality. So I'm going to say our prayer because I already spoke it for myself, but I'm going to speak it again for others just in case this resonates with them. And then we're going to go ahead and dive in. So, dear the divine God, our Holy Father, Yahweh, and our angels, thank you for being the highest form of good in our lives, for keeping our heads on straight and straying us away from negativity as best as possible. Right now, I'm asking that you bless and protect this space as well as the viewers. Ground us in our energy so that way we know what messages to receive, and gift us the keen discernment to know what to do with the knowledge received as well. Please grant us the ability to keep our personal opinion and bias to the side if you so choose, the strength to continue on, and the clarity needed to focus. And anything else that you deem worthy for this reading, please allow us to be the vessels to receive and deliver. Amen. Ashe. As I was praying, Yahweh was having this conversation with me. Yahweh was having this conversation with me about the correct way to build up trust in this experience, which is what I need to get into a certain level, and then validation and reassurance will come along with this trust. And instead of walking by faith, I need to walk by trust. And he was telling me that the way to go is not to reflect upon the reading or watch the reading back and then take notes and then trust from that standpoint, but to just trust as I go. So that's what I'm going to be doing here, is taking a walk in trust. So we had the Six of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. And what I got from this spread, also Yahweh told me to do it differently, that when I forget to pull out my clarifications, I need to just continue, pulling tarot in order until I feel that the spread is out. So what I got from this spread is that I'm watching everyone else in their own world happy with their own things that they are doing, while my world is torn apart and I'm not filled with anything. But then I realized that's why I'm sad. And it's because of the effect that I've had from my PTSD about my experience and what happened to me and how it tore my world apart, and I'm left with nothing. Because every single time that I would get my foot on the ground and become stable and begin to move forward and get better in my path, I would get knocked down by this experience, which let me know that I was severely attacked by demons. And I'm not crazy, I'm not schizophrenic, I don't have psychosis or whatever the doctors diagnosed me with. It's just I was getting attacked by demons, because it only happened whenever I put my foot on the ground, whenever I was becoming stable, whenever I was going up. And I was seeing that from 444, it's like the angels would count the moments until the demonic attack would come, and then they would come around to help and assist with me, to help me and assist and protect me and bestow blessings upon me during the experience that I was in. Because God left me alone because he needed me for a purpose, and he needed my fight and my will in order to produce something biblical about it. So God didn't really left me, but he took a step back and just overwatched in the experience. Ooh, Jesus. And the angels came in order to help me and bless me and protect me, mostly to protect me during this experience. Well, to help and bless as well as the protection. So I was noticing that it's the Six of Pentacles, and this Six of Pentacles is in the reverse. And then I was noticing that the Nine of Pentacles is in the upright. So this is saying to me that I am better than the people that I see, and that my world that I'm supposed to be in and that I am in right now is supposed to be filled with my emotions. I'm supposed to be in this pool. And then I have the Nine of Pentacles, so I have complete fulfillment, while these people are just holding on to their own fulfillment and not sharing and giving and receiving and putting them on that path that would lead them to ultimate fulfillment. Everybody is caught up with their own thing and what they have and the joy from what they have. And it's like I'm missing that experience of being in the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, being happy and joyous for what it is that I have. But God is showing me that it's singularly what I have and not what I collectively have. It's focusing on one thing singularly that they are happy about, and not the collective of everything that they receive and every blessing. It's like the track that I went through in order to get to this fountain, this pond, this, I'm going to call it a well. A track that, oh, and then it's a well. Oh, my Jesus. So the track that I went through in order to get to this well put me in a place where I would be happy and blessed for the full experience of everything that I have and for every blessing that I have. It's like this energy of count your blessings. Sorry, I actually got COVID. So that's why I'm taking my rest and my break off. But it's like this experience that I had, the experience that brought me my PTSD, allowed me to be grateful for, but mostly to see every single blessing that I have in my life and to be astoundingly grateful for it. It's this energy of count your blessings, and I have no need to count my blessings because I already know what they are. This experience put me in a better place than the people that I am surrounded by and the people that I see in the world. So I'm seeing why it needed to happen on its fourth time and its point in happening, in its point of happening on its fourth time as well, because it led me to be more grateful for my blessings and also for God and his works. Right now, he is teaching me to hear him in the smallest, tiniest ways, so that way I can still be reassured. And I am having this feeling of reassuredness that is bringing about trust for me to continue to walk in the way that I am channeling right now, confirmed by this Knight of Swords here. So, this Six of Pentacles is what I am not jealous and not envious of, but wanting inside of my life to the point of craving, because it's the way that I used to be. And then this Knight of Pentacles is me trying to figure out how to get back to that way. The angels are offering it, but I'm not accepting it because I'm working on God's plan in his way and the miracle that he is working inside of my life. So with this Three of Pentacles included, but I'm hearing God say no. So it's just the Five of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles here. It's because I listened to the angels before and the path that they led me down that I am still unacceptable of. And it's not because of what the situation led to, because I know that it is my own actions that I took and not the angels' actions that they did that led me down the path that I went down. And God knew I was always going to go down this path and reach this destination and have this experience, for it was in his trust that it allowed me to do so. So he trusted that the experience and the demons that I wound up interacting with along my way and trying to see them as good, he trusted that the demons would always do what they were going to do. And he believed to the point of knowing that inside of me I would see them as good, and he would use my story to bring about a biblical writing in the text. The other day, when I finally gave up my fight of trying to heal demons and get them to be on the good side, and I gave up because I was only one and no one else was there to help me, and it brought about satanic attacks and demonic attacks from every angle, and the path that I was in was on the dark side, even though I was a light on the dark side, head facing the forward light. And I'm seeing this as a yin-yang symbol. On the yin-yang symbol, I was a light in the dark side facing the forward light on the other side, and just feet away from the doorway that separates light from darkness. I was feet away from that line and in the dark side, and I knew that was a troubling space for me to be in. So I gave up my fight, and I said that I'll no longer participate that, and I'll continue and I'll go into the light and be in the light. And God is showing me now that I am in the light, feet away from it, looking at the darkness as I return to his greatness. And through that, in that moment when I gave up my fight, I said my fight is done. And then I heard my story is written, and then from that I got this internal validation that my story of everything that I went through was written in the Bible in heaven, and God is saying that it will come down to earth. So one day, this girl is going to be in the Bible, this girl who sought to change demons, this girl who sought to see demons. And he told me that he hopes that my story is used for people to still be righteous in the face of evil, to still seek good, and to still be good in the face of evil. So that's what he's using my story for, confirmed by the Knight of Pentacles, symbolizing that this text is written in heaven and it shall come down to earth. It is grounded in heaven, symbolizing it's written in heaven and it shall come down to earth. And then this High Priestess card was just here confirming that it was magic and demons and problems, and magic and demons and Satan and devilish problems and issues that came and destroyed my life. And that's a major confirmation and validation for me that I am right upon the fact that I was just demonically attacked. I'm not schizophrenic or anything that the doctors diagnosed me with. And I'm being reminded of this song right now, especially confirmed by this Queen of Cups that I feel God wrote for me, which is Joy by Pharrell Williams in the not the Sunday service choir, but some choir. And the particular part is, who's the world that the doctor comes out of? the last word doesn't come from the doctor, but who's the world that the doctor comes out of, which confirms for me that God wrote this he wrote this song for me, because it came to me in one of my worst moments while I was enduring the spiritual attack, and I felt so much joy from it, but in that moment I could not cry because the demons just cut it off. And a piece of the reason why I'm not accepting what the angels give me is because of the demons. And it's this mix that I have, that angels can be demons and demons can be angels. Because during that time, I saw a lot of angels fall because of their own hatred for the actions that I took in trying to make evil become good again, or trying to make evil become good overall. So I saw a lot of angels fall for that reason. And it made me realize that not all angels can stay angels, and not all demons can stay demons, and they transfer. And the reason why I'm not accepting what the angels give me or tell me is because of that fact that I saw them fall. So I know that they can change, and I don't know if they're on the verge of changing, or if they're staying the same, or if they're being right, or if they're not being right. I'm starting to look at them as mere human people, and it is that allowed me, not really, I've always seen people like humans and angels and demons as people. We're all the same to me, because we can all be the same. Like, I know it's like I know we're all created different, but as far as like our principles, our morals, our values, they can all be the same, which allows me to see that all angels and demons are the same. So I'm starting to look at them as I do humans, but then I'm being reminded by Yahweh that, and I'm hearing Yahshua rather, I'm being reminded by Yahshua that it's just life circumstances that bring them to the point of falling or rising again. So I need to forgive them and accept them in their presence in order for me to see that they are good when they speak to me in good ways. Because I can tell the difference between an angel and a demon, but I just get confused by what it can be, which allows me to deter from it and shy away from it and see it as unacceptable and something that I should not accept. So I need to remove myself from what can and focus on what is, because angels can fall every day and demons can rise every day. But it is what is in the moment that is good and is allowed. And seeing as though God said is allowed, for he said, for it is what is in the moment that is good and is allowed. And seeing as though he said that what it is allowed, when I hear certain things from demons that I pick up as things that should happen or should do or I should partake in, like as suggestions to talk about, that is the a good thing coming from a demon that I should partake in as well. And that's being confirmed by this Three of Pentacles. This woman on this card is giving me my energy. And I can see from Satan, he's telling me that I see the light in all things. And I can see that she is a very good woman. She is a blessed woman. She has Yahweh on her crown. She has Yahshua on her mind, on her head. Satan sees that I have Yahweh on my crown, like my crown chakra, but I have Yahshua on my head. And God is telling me that my mental ways are in likeness to Yahshua. So that presents me to be a good woman, a righteous woman, and a heavenly blessed woman. Not because I seek to be like Yahshua, but because I am like Yahshua, in the words of our Holy Father Yahweh. Seeing that demons and angels can exist in the same environment and be good, and demons can be good to angels, and angels can be good to demons. She's a very good woman. I want to do a spread on this card in a minute. She's a very, very, very good woman. But she focuses on seeing the warning signs and pains for the deaths of the moments. It's a peace inside of her that no longer wants to be the cause or the reason why angels fall. But Yahshua is telling me that it's not my fault, and my battery's going low. Yahshua is telling me that it's not my fault, and it has nothing to do with me. And that it is their own lives. She still presents herself as good, though. She still makes and moves as good. She carries a grace about her. She has a grace about her, in the words of our Holy Father Yahweh. And it's this ability to get back up and still be in good essence, to still be in good form, and to still operate. It's to be in good essence and still be in good form, which shows that she has mercy upon her, and she has grace about her. It's a piece of her performance upon what she did in front of other people. Yeah, especially confirmed by the Six of Cups here. In front of a crowd. And this crowd was focused on their own mind and their own mentality, just as they watch entertainment. And it's because it was this battle that was so biblical that they came to see this woman, even when she was in her off season, even when she was in her death. They came to see this woman in heaven. It was a very happy and joyous and miraculous time that God was writing a story to be in the Bible, that God was writing a story for the Bible about a woman of today. And I'm feeling so much tears of grace and joy and happiness that a woman of today, and they're saying that a woman, I feel them holding back, that a woman of today was biblically written about. And it's just wondrous and miraculous that she went to such feats, they're saying, in order to fight to good, not for good, but to fight to good. She didn't fight for good to be instilled in demons. She didn't fight for good to be instilled in angels. She fought for these people to be moved to good. And it's just such a joyous and miraculous thing from the angels. I'm also feeling this heavenly accord that all angels exist in good in heaven. And I can feel that that's Yahweh just crying because of the fact that my performance and the things that I saw kind of traumatized me, and I internalized this pain and still operate inside of, where did it go? Inside of this Nine of Cups, especially with this Three of Swords backing it. And seeing as though this is a dead well, this is a major pain for me. And this is the major problem that the grace that I am about and the mercy that that I have informed of, that I have and am formed of, um, is covering up this great wound that I feel. And that's in the words of our Holy Father Yahweh speaking to me. He wants to cater to this wound, and I can feel all of his unconditional love about how he wants to care for this wound, how he wants to care for me, how he wants to take care of what happens to me. But I can feel the angel speaking, Yahshua speaking, and Yahweh himself speaking, saying that he will restore my soul. And it's okay, which is this grace that I'm showing right now, saying that it's okay, because I know it's just a simple effect of the world. I know it's just a simple effect of the things that happen and stuff that takes place. But it's my childlike wonders, which is confirmed by this Five of Swords and this Six of Cups. And it was the childlike wonders of a biblical story being written at this time that the angels had, that allowed them to enter into hatred and to fall and to be hurt by this experience. And it was my own childlike wonders that I had that allowed me to be hurt by this experience of seeing them fall and interacting with the fall. But my pain mostly comes from me seeing them fall. But me, and this goes also as a major confirmation, thank you, that what I saw was real and what took place was real, and everything that happened during my demonic attacks and shamanic journey episodes. And I call them episodes because there was heavy demon attack in them, but they were mostly shaman's journeys that I would go into. And I always laughed and I joked and I said that God was telling me, no, not right now. Whenever I would put my foot up and my business would get started and things would be going great for me, I would be he would be telling me, like smacking my hand, no, not right now, no, not right now, no, not right now. And I knew it was because later on through reflection, I knew it was because I wasn't in the space that I needed to be in, like the types of tarot readings that I was doing and the way that I had my business set up was not the way that it was supposed to be and not the way that it needed to be. Boy, my arm hurts. That's them just healing it, healing this wound. I feel joy from it, from seeing the angels be. I got to see a lot of miraculous experiences. Love was instilled inside of Lucifer, which is the miraculous thing and point that made Yahweh write this down in the Bible, that made Yahweh write this in the Bible, was that love was instilled inside of Lucifer. And he's saying that it's for my kind. Lucifer is saying that it's for my kind. But in reality, it's for my type, the type of person that sees all good in people. And Yahweh is saying, for in Lucifer's days moving forward, for in his days moving forward, he will always be good to the people that see good inside of all people. And I'm seeing this vision of him taking care of someone that's in hell, that sees the good inside of all people and actually doing good for that person, not by that person, but for that person. So the story is written and the story is titled The Girl That Changed Lucifer. And that is my biblical note that is marked inside of heaven. I am the girl that changed Lucifer, which is why God allowed this experience to go to such heavy feats of my demonic attack. And it wasn't that bad, which is again this mercy that I am formed of and showing right now. because it was just me talking. But I know, because God is telling me, and plus I also felt that my spirit was jumped and I was beat and my soul was broken. So there were a lot of spiritually physical things that happened to my inner essence while I was in conversation. God is telling me that it was a constant beating, a constant jumping, a constant hit upon me. And he's not sure if it was in order to push me out or in order to keep me in. But I feel that it was for none of those reasons. I feel that it was just because I was there and I was attackable and I was easy to be attacked. But the angels are saying that I held so much might and so much strength because in those moments I was still, I like to say, well, Satan likes to say carried by God, and Yahshua is saying I was carried by God. But I don't know. And since God is saying I don't know, he's saying that goes to prove that I wasn't and it was just me. But the angels are saying that I carried so much strength and so much might because in those moments where I was being attacked and beaten, jumped, I wasn't crying. I was still fine and I was talking and communicating. And God is saying that it's just this miraculous thing that occurred between me and my shaman's experience that was so miraculous and wondrous that it's almost unbelievable if you didn't see it happen or occur. And these are the words that he spoke to his angels, which led them to come down and see me. And some came in my worst moments and some came in my best, in the heavens, or what they call the host of heavens. But the host of heaven is Yahweh. So the heavens talked about me a lot for a whole entire year. For a whole entire year, my name rung throughout heaven and in the clouds. So the people that were coming to heaven, like people who died and crossed over to heaven, heard about my name. And the people who lived in heaven, the angels who lived in heaven, who had been there for a long time, heard my name. So everyone knew who I was, or at least the majority of the heavens knew who I was, and that's channeled by Yahshua. So let's go ahead and move on, because that was just a story about this good woman who was attacked spiritually. And it was through a Job experience. But from this Job experience came such a great miracle, which was for love to be instilled inside of Lucifer. And for demons, for a girl, for a person to see demons as good. And it's not that I saw them in their works as good. I saw them as being able to be good. I know that it is inside of them somewhere. It just has to be found. And I know that it is trampled by so much hurt and pain from their experience that it just turned them that way. And it is those specific demons that I see are able to return. And they exist everywhere on every tier. The angels want to talk about my performance. I don't know where to go on this, so God, please guide me towards the right way. And I feel him saying I am going the right way. Ten of Pentacles, but it's in the reverse. This is someone who is sorrowful for what's in front of them. And all the angels see that I have a wonderful feast in front of me. But I feel rather, and God is telling me that it's not. But I just feel that this feast was made out of the pain from my environment, from the circumstances that I went through, but not from my environment, but from the circumstances that I went through. And I'm seeing that it wasn't, because the feast laid before me is the feast that is laid before me is heaven's garden. And that came from my off seasons and moments after I was attacked. But the moments after I was attacked were only brought about because I was attacked. And it's that overall pain that I feel. And it's not that, oh, I feel sorry that if I wasn't attacked, I wouldn't be this way. For I know that I would still change, because God has shown me and revealed to me the many ways that I would still continue down this same path. And it would just happen on a greater scale instead of this blessing that He gave me for it to happen on a much smaller scale. Because I was always destined to be this way from the choices that I made and the things that I have promised our Heavenly Father, Yahweh. But this Ten of Pentacles here, I'm upset because of I don't know which card that it was other than this one, this Two of Swords. And it's just this heavenly battle, this miraculous battle of me seeing the good in evil, and then Him seeing the good in me, His type of good, Lucifer's type of good inside of me. This is leading me to be sorrowful about the behavior that I have inside of love, but God is doing something with that in order to heal me from being able to see the good inside of demons and demonic people and bad people. Because it's that I saw that they can change, which enabled me to be inside of this sorrowfulness that I am right now. It's not that I saw that they are changing. It's not that I saw that they is going to change or they will change. It's that I saw that they can, and I worked for that can. And it's because I have love, or had love rather, for their ability to be able to change, which is so imaginative in its term, that hurt me and wounded me so bad, because it's so imaginative. And that's the sorrow that I feel for the feast that is prepared in front of me. And it's still this belief inside of me that demons will be watching me, and through me talking, that they will change on their own, and that I'll still be attacked for them changing on their own, which is something Satan is saying. But I know inside of me that God will stop. And it's just my wound from me acting on a can, from me acting with what my soul is saying, all my might, and what my spirit is saying, all of my help, to work on what can. So I see what God means now, that the fight is too thick, it is too much, it is too heavy for me to work upon. So I must release this, seeing that they can, in order for me to stay safe. This Ten of Pentacles is signifying God's not done with my story yet, and the rest of it continues on in heaven. That's why I don't have this feast. But this 10 of Pentacles is cycling back down into what I'm seeing is a negative one. And through his miraculous works in heaven, for me in my afterlife, I will be brought to a positive one. So I will win, but this battle is lost. But the war is not over yet. The war isn't done yet. And that's in the words of our Holy Father Yahweh, which is why he's going to place me on his governing council in order for me to see, and I can feel my ancestors crying, in order for me to help and assist, and for me to help him see how to help and assist demons and get through with demons, because he is promising me that he will see my way and he will help these people as well. Oh my Jesus. Literally Jesus. Now I'm seeing why he's saying I am like Yahshua, because just as he worked with Yahshua to save sinners and people and other people of the like, he is working with me to save what he's calling sinners now, which are demons, at the tier of those who are just hurt by their experience and can't change. Now those who choose to do evil because they want to, because it's fun for them, those I rebuke, those I remove, those I wish for repentance to come upon them. But those who are hurt by their problems and experience are just searching for something, just like these people in this world that are demonic in nature. They're just searching for something, and the fact that I said in nature means that it's something inside of their natural that is choosing them to seek these actions in order to find something. They're just searching for something in order to relieve themselves, to heal themselves, to get themselves back to being okay, to get themselves back to being good, to get themselves back to being fine, to get themselves back to being right in the way that is right. And I feel God talking to Satan right now, pretty much saying that you have a legion of my angels with you. And he's saying it in the tone of I will war with you to get them back. And that is a holy blessing bestowed upon these demons that I am so grateful that a prayer of mine is answered, because Yahweh is always right. And it's so funny, the archangels are saying I felt a battle of war to come from this. And that's why my story isn't done, because Yahweh is speaking and he is saying that he will war, and I will be on the governing council of that war in order to help get these demons back to the angels that they are. They're just lost angels. They're just lost. And that's my purpose of being here, to show that they are lost angels. This is something that Satan wanted to show God in order to impose a war upon him. Not to get them out, but to impose a war. So we don't know what secret things he's lying behind his back. I feel that it's to stop the revelation and to bring the revelation as well. Which is why I am biblical. Because I feel that in heaven, from what the angels are telling me right now, is that the story is still continuing on. The Bible hasn't stopped at, what is the book right before? What is the book right before Revelations? They're telling me that the Bible hasn't stopped at Jude. The Bible didn't stop at Jude, and the Bible is still recording the days until Revelation, which will be included in the Bible after Revelations. And lo and behold, 4444, as I'm saying this, your girl made the story as the beginning of the war for Revelations. And it's so funny that I'm always able to kind of peek into Revelations and get a sort of different meaning from it. And I always felt that I had something to do with Revelations. And it's because Satan imposed this upon my life, which is what God knew but didn't want to believe. But God knew this and just didn't want to believe that this would be the beginning of Revelation, like the beginning of the story to Revelations. And that Satan would impose this upon my life. And the reasoning as to why he imposed it was because I was so close with God and I work with God. And Satan is saying I'm the only one on earth at and in this time of earth that has a covenant promise with him, which imposed him to come and step to me in order to bring God's focus or insight upon him, so that way he could show him a moment of his works and what he will do during the time of Revelations. So I went through this for Satan to spark revelation to begin. I went through this, that's what I wanted to say. I went through this because Satan wanted revelation upon me. And I'm also feeling that the book of Revelations is God having a revelation for some reason, but that's the angels trying to like investigate and question upon what it is, because it's still a mystery to them as well, confirmed here by the King of Swords and the Ace of Cups here. Now for myself, and I'm feeling God say we're out of time, so let me go ahead and cut this and upload it, and then work on the rest of the reading. But my healing as for why I'm sad is done. It's just the presentation that I had. The presentation that I did still needs to be worked on, but it's mostly the things that I was shown that broke the childlike wonder. And it's so funny that a child is centered around all these adults. A child is centered upon this reading. It's also showing me that I have an angel and some good ancestors. The ancestors listened to God and stayed back. And the angel was always with me. She's probably the one that's always happy to come and talk with me, pretty much saying I'll be on your side. And she has been uplifted now into an archangel, and she will fight in this war as well. But just know that this war has something to do with the book of Revelations. Just know that. And God is saying it brings the end times about. It's so funny that that sound that just came through symbolized for me the first dragon being raised. And I can feel all of the angels in here grow quiet and still as the first dragon is raised. Wow. This is really happening, as we're all saying right now. This is really happening. Peace, love, and light. And as always, be great. There go that mercy and grace.